Om Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanshcha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Om Shant Shant Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamsharishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahitaha Prajnanaghanaha Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamasmi Om Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine Nanavadi Nagendra Sanghapavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha Mohadvanta Divakaraya Bhagavat Padabhidham Vibhrate Tasmai Bhashya Krite Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhatmane. Om Yasya Nishvasitam Vedaha Yo Vedebhyo Khilan Jagat Nirmametamaham Vande Vidyatirthamaheshwaram. Vidyatirthamaheshwaram. Now that the Jivanmukta is being described, and by that way, the pramanam for Jivanmukti comes into light. Bhagavad Gita, in its second chapter, has a section of number of verses which describe Sthita Prajna. The description of Sthita Prajna is exactly the description of a Jivanmukta. And therefore, Jivanmukta and Sthita Prajna are synonyms. Just that Bhagavad Gita uses the word Sthita Prajna and Vasishtha Ramayanam uses the word Jivanmukta. And he is bringing in these various pramanas of the Smritis, who somewhere he is called as Vimuktaha. In the Shruti, he is called as Vimukta. In the Smriti Granthas, Yoga Vasishtha calls this man of enlightenment as Jivanmukta. Bhagavad Gita calls him as Sthita Prajna. Elsewhere, he is called as Bhagavad Bhakta, Gunatita, Brahmanaha, Ativarnashrami, so on and so forth. But let us be very clear that the Lakshana, the distinguishing characteristic is exactly that matches with Jivanmukta, and hence by that virtue now we are able to understand that Sthita Prajna of Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, is Jivanmukta. Since Bhagavad Gita talks about Jivanmukta, this portion of Bhagavad Gita becomes the pramanam for Jivanmukti. So we were dealing with this verse number 56 of the second chapter, which goes like this. Dukkeshvanudvignamanaha Sukheshu vigatasprihaha Vitaragabhayakrodhaha Sthitadhir muniruchyate. Now, over here in this very description of Sthita Prajna, Bhagavan Shri Krishna, instead of saying Sthita Prajna, he has said Sthitadhi and Muni. So now we have one more word up for Sthita Prajna, which goes Muni. Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. So in the situations of suffering, he remains anudvigna, remains undisturbed. Sukheshu vigatasprihaha, and under the situations of joy and rejoicement, he does not have any longing. He vigatasprihaha, he is free from the longing for joyous occasions. Vitaragaha. So now that Vitaraga, Vitabhayaha, and Vitakrodhaha. So all this is put together as Vitaraga Bhayakrodhaha. Means the one who has transgressed Raga. Raga is also some kind of, hankering, waiting for something good to happen. A strong inclination, a liking is called as raga. Vitaragaha, Vitabhayaha. He has transgressed, or he has overcome or gone beyond the bhayam. Bhayam meaning fear and insecurity. Krodhaha, and also he has gone beyond the anger and frustration. Sthitadhi, he is such a muni, and also he is contemplative. So these are, if you understand, all of these are mental modifications of mind. Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha. When there are these situations of sorrow, etc., and of grief, what is there? The mind is disturbed, is sinking into sadness. Sukheshu, and when it comes for, the situations are of sukham, spriha is there, wanting to make it last longer. So there is longing. Hey, yeah, I say chalna chahiye. So vigataspriha. So he does not even have that this should not change. This people should all the time be like this, and my family and people should admire me, and my loved people should be here, so on and so forth. Jo hai so hai. Vitaraga bhayakrodha. So all these are mental modifications, if you have seen. But what is it that gives him this freedom from all these? Because he is a muni, because now that mind, in a one way, is immersed in contemplation, in meditation of the self. Then, and because this muni, how is he? Sthitadhi, that knowledge never gets clouded, and therefore he is sthira, that knowledge is stable. So some part of this shloka's commentary in the Jivanmukti Viveka, we have already seen. Okay, now we are going to go ahead. Dukkheshu anudvigna manaha, this part we have already seen. Okay, now here, Sukham. Sukheshu vigatasprihaha. And does not long for occasions of enjoyment. Sukham means what? Rajya, putra, labhadi, nimitta chanya, satviki, priti, rupanukula, chitta vritti. It is a mental modification, but how is it? Priti rupanukula, something that is desired, that is loved, that is wanted. Anukula, and it is satviki vritti. It is a modification of the mind, but predominantly with sattva guna. And when does this sattva guna rise? When you have situations like Rajya, Putra, Labhadi, Nimitta, Janya. So you could have these three as three separate words, or Rajya Labha, Putra Labhadi, Janya. When one gains, or gains some kingdom, or her son is born, son in the sense some child is born to this person, and that makes the person so happy. So this kind of a mental modification is sukham. Tasmin sukhe, when there are these moments and occasions of enjoyment, tasmin sukhe sati, agamina tadrisha sukhasya karanam punyam ananusthaya vruthaeva tadapeksha tamasi chitta vritti spriha. Sukham is satviki vritti. But what happens is that the sukham is followed by tamoguna. Okay, how does this tamoguna follow over here? Agaminaha. In future also, I should have more occasions like this to enjoy. But what is the karanam because of which this sukham also came to you? Because of some punya which has fructified. Okay, that fructification of the punya has resulted in this situation, a happy situation, a conducive situation around you. But then, without having done any punya, like this, any dharma like this, whose result will be moments of and occasions of enjoyment. Ananusthaya, without doing the anushtanam of punya. Vruthaeva tadapeksha, he has a hope that, I should have all these things in future. This is vruthapeksha. It is a hope which is vrutha, ineffectual. It will lead only into disappointment, and therefore it is tamasi vritti. This spruha is a tamasi vritti. Spruha is this, that without doing the punya karma, he is expecting the phalam of punya. And he longs for that. This kind of expectation is called as spruha. Tatra sukhadukhayoho prarabdha karma prapitatvad vyuttita chittasya vritti sambhavacha tad ubhayam upapadyate. Now what happens that since he is, when will he know this is sukham, this is dukkham? When he is not absorbed in samadhi. So, just because the person is enlightened, he does not understand, this is an happy occasion, or this is an occasion where, you have to keep yourself a little silent. No, he understands. And so therefore, tatra cha sukha dukkhayoho, about this sukha dukkha, what is it? prarabdha karma prapitatvan, because it has been, these are the experiences brought in gained by what? Because of prarabdha. And he is vyuttita chitta. Therefore, he is, if there is a situation like this, he will understand this is good, this is not good, this is conducive, not conducive. And so he will have that. That ubhayam upapadyate. Sukha dukkham is also upapadyate, is quite justified. Udvega spruhetu na vivekinaha sambhavataha. But what follows after sukham and what follows after dukkham, after the sukham, spruha follows in people who are, under the spell of delusion. Spruha will follow with sukham, and with dukkham, what will follow? Udvega will follow. He will experience sukham and dukkham. So not that he does not have sukham and dukkham, aise nahi hota. It is not like that. He will experience sukham and dukkham because he is not in samadhi, and when he is in the vyuttita avastha, prarabdha will bring in such occasions, and the mind will also respond to it accordingly. So now there is sukham and experience of sukham and dukkham for even the enlightened one. Okay. But what does not follow? Spruha and udvega is not there in this viveki. Na vivekinaha sambhavataha. Udvega spruhetu na vivekinaha sambhavataha. Tatha, so also raga, bhaya, krodhascha, tamasattvena karmana prapitatva bhavan nasya vidyante. But this raga, bhaya, and krodha is not something that comes to us due to prarabdha. Okay? These are not something that comes to us because of prarabdha. And they are tamasa vritti. And therefore, tamasattvena karmana prapitatva bhavan nasya vidyante. They are not there in this enlightened master. Evam lakshana lakshitaha sthitadhihi svanubhava prakatanena shishya shikshartham anudvega nisprahatvadigamakam vacho bhashate ityarthaha. So now such a great teacher, evam lakshana lakshitaha sthitadhihi, the one whose wisdom remains steady, svanubhava prakatatena, now he will express his experiences. Why? Shishya shikshartham, in order so that the disciples, the students, the seekers who come to him, for them to understand. Shishya, not so that, they admire him or anything. Shishya shikshartham anudvega nisprahatvadigamakam vacho bhashate. So, where there is nisprahatva. Nisprahatva means absence of spruha, that longing, or udvega rahitatvam. Anudvega means udvega rahitatvam. He will say, hey, well, that does not disturb me. Even if you want to insult, you can, but that does not disturb me. That's okay. There is a very interesting story about Gautam Buddha, which is very beautiful, of course. He was a great teacher and spiritual illuminary. What happened was, somebody, when he had gone for asking bhiksha in some village or town that he was walking through, there was an evil person who followed him, constantly chastising and giving bad words to him. And Gautam Buddha kept walking very calmly, very peacefully, looking at his countenance and seeing that he is not affected by the other person's behavior. One of his disciples asked him, "Teacher, how is that you are not affected by such an insolent behavior?" That time Bhagavan Buddha said, you bring me a gift. And if I don't accept the gift that you bring to me, where will that gift remain? It will stay with you. So also this person has brought me these bad words, these evil words. And if I don't accept it, it stays with me, stays with him. So this this is something like expressing his anudvegatvam. The teacher, through his conversations, etc., and through his transactions, even the people around him also become they gain the spiritual teaching. Yasarvatranabhisnehaha, yasarvatranabhisnehaha, tat prapya shubha shubham, nabhinandati nadveshti, tasya prajna pratisthita. He who sarvatra anabhisnehaha, who does not get attached anywhere. There is this quality. Sneha means something that is what do they call it? What is the quality of oil or this lubricants which we use in the car? What are they called?
Viscous.
Viscous.
Sticky. Yeah.
Yes, viscous. So wherever applied, it stays over there. So this quality of viscousness is called as sneha. Okay, this is called as
viscosity.
Viscosity is called as sneha. Thank you. This is called as sneha. Yes, sarvatra anabhisneha. We have this, not that we feel attached and we leave. Some people carry that, T-shirt, "I left my heart in New York." This is sneha. I left my heart in New York. So this fellow visited, and then from there he felt that, where am I going to go back again to that place? So that is sneha. Yes, sarvatra anabhisneha. How is he? Everywhere, nowhere does he get attached. He does not leave his heart behind anywhere. So, yes, sarvatra anabhisneha, tat prapya shubha shubham. And whenever he gains this, shubha and ashubha, something that is conducive, not conducive, auspicious, inauspicious things that are experienced, Nabhinandati, sarvatra means shubha shubham. Nabhinandati nadveshti. No, he does not even abhinandana. We will see this definition of word abhinandana, but he does not. What is it called? Not actually. He does not rejoice. Is not the thing. I'll keep this word abhinanda. Does na abhinandati, na dveshti, doesn't even hate anything. Tasya prajna pratisthita. His wisdom is steadfast. Yasmin sati anyadiye hani vruddhi swasmin aropyete Tadrusho anya vishayastamasa vritti vishesha snehaha. Vishayatamasa vritti. Vishayastamasa vritti, I don't know. Yasmin sati. So now he's talking about a special quality. Whose presence? What happens in whose presence? Anyadiye hani vriddhi. Somebody's loss and gain. It's not his loss and gain. It is somebody else's loss and gain is seen as your own loss and gain. Swasmin aropyate. Somebody else's loss and gain is seen as one's own loss and gain. Aropyate. Tadrusho anya vishayatam savritti visheshaha. So now this kind of psychology, wherein somebody else's loss and gain is seen as one's own, is a tamasa vritti. This is called as sneha. This viscosity is called as sneha. Sukha hetuhu swakalatradi shubho vishayaha. Now, those things which become the cause of your sukham, you are always going to say that these are auspicious things. Okay? When will you call something as auspicious? Only when it becomes the cause for your sukham. Sukha hetuhu swakalatradi, like your own wife, etc. Kalatradi shubho vishayaha. Tad gunakathanadi pravartika dhivritti abhinandaha. And then that inclination because of which you want to praise them. Gunakathanadi pravartika. Now that inclination because of which you may want to praise them, wife and friends and things like that, is called as abhinandaha. This is abhinanda, because when you're feeling happy and you want to praise them, because they are your sukha hetu, and that's why you want to praise them. Okay, now this state of mind is called as abhinandaha. Now for him, atra gunakathanasya prarochanarthatva bhavena vyarthatva tad hetu abhinandas tamasaha. Now, by praising your own nice things, oh, my wife is so good, and what is it that you want somebody, or I have got this, and these are my achievements, and so on and so forth, that you keep on praising yourself. It may make you feel good, but it is for what? So that the others feel prarochana, are encouraged by that. That gunakathanadi pravarti, where is it? Atra gunakathanasya. Why do you want to praise them? So that others may also take liking to it. Paraprarochanarthatva bhavena. Over here, this is not at all the case. Vyarthatvat, it is useless. Why would he praise anyone, anything like this? Why? So that the other people should take interest in that what he is praising. Vyarthatvat, this hetu, this abhinanda is how tamasa vritti. He is tamasi vritti. Asuyotpadanena dukkha hetu. And what is dukkha hetu? Those things which create envy, jealousy, all these things become the dukkha hetu. Like somebody else's achievements, somebody else's scholarship, etc. Enam prati ashubho vishayaha will become an ashubha vishaya towards this person, this teacher. Vishayaha tan ninda pravartika dhivrittir dveshaha. Over here, that dvesha means that when he wants to censure the others, Tan ninda pravartikadhi vrittir dveshaha, because that vishaya is ashubha for him, because it causes jealousy, etc. Sopi tamasaha, so this dvesha is also tamasa. Tan, so just as that abhinanda is tamasa, this dvesha is also tamasa vritti. Tan nindayaha nivaranarthatva bhavena vyarthatva. Why do you censure something or someone? So that the others would avoid it. Correct? So that others will avoid it. Over here, why would you do this? He has no reason even for this ninda. Vyarthatvad ta ete te ete tamasa dharmaha, and therefore these are the tamasa, because they are vyartha. Tamasa dharmaha katham vivekinaha sambhaveyuhu. How would they occur in this viveki, the person who has the power of discrimination? Then further, okay, sambhaveyuhu. He leaves that with a question mark. How are they means? How are the some question mark means it is not just an interrogation. How will they be possible? He is not asking us to make it upapannam, to make it possible. How are they possible? It means that it is not possible. It is not possible. Yada samharate chayam kurmunganiva sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratisthita. Yada samharate chayam kurmunganiva sarvashaha indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratisthita. When he is able to withdraw his senses, meaning the jnanendriyas and karmendriyas, all, when he is able to withdraw the organs of action and organs of knowledge completely, from where? From their respective fields. From their respective fields. Like how? Like a tortoise withdrawing its limbs. Whenever a tortoise sees a danger, it will withdraw the limbs inside the shell. Like that, he is able to withdraw his involvement in the world. This is a very important thing. We should know how to withdraw. Otherwise, we will be like Abhimanyu, who entered the Chakravyuha, who entered that battle arrangement, where he knew how to enter, but did not know how to come out of it. And he has known how to withdraw. And this is important. Yada samharate chayam kurmaha. Kurma means the turtle or tortoise. Angani iva sarvashaha. And this turtle withdraws it totally. Sometimes even in this forests, when this, leopards and tigers also may want to, they may come across this turtle and they want to eat it. It goes into the shell. And the shell is so hard that this tiger, etc., is also not able to break it. So they finally, this leopard, etc., or these jackals, they give it up and go away. When they have gone, now he brings those limbs out and starts walking, because that is the only defense it has. Indriyani indriyarthebhyaha tasya prajna pratisthita. He who is able to thus withdraw the organs of action and organs of knowledge from their respective fields, like a tortoise, is the one whose knowledge is steady. Prajna pratisthita. Prajna means this prakarshena jnayate iti prajñah. Prakrishta jnanam prajñah. Vyuthitasya samastatamasa bhavaha purva shlokabhyam abhihitaha. Now, he says, Vidyaranya Swami says, the person, this enlightened master, who is in the mode of transaction. When is the mode of transaction? When the indriyas, the mind, everything is available to function in this world. When he is in this mode, what has he shown in the earlier two shlokas? That there is total absence of the tamasa vritti. There is absence of this samasta tamasa vrittya bhavaha. Vyuthitasya samasta tamasa vrittya bhavaha. There is an abhava, absence of this tamasa vritti in him. Purva shlokabhyam abhihitaha. It has been shown to us in the earlier two shlokas. Samahitasya tu. And now we are talking about the same person who is not in the mode of transaction, but he is in the state of absorption. Okay, samadhisthaha. Samahitasya tu vrittayaha eva nasanti. In the state of absorption, in the state of samadhi, these mental modifications that are not there. Nasanti. And therefore, kutaha tamasatva iti ashankya tamasatva shanka iti abhiprayaha. And therefore, there is no space even to doubt that there is tamasa vritti in his state of meditation or state of samadhi over there. This is what is shown to us by the shloka number 58 of the second chapter. Further. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaham rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Vishaya vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha rasavarjam rasopyasya param drishtva nivartate. Vishayaha, various objects. Vishayaha, vinivartante, they retract, they go back. Vinivartante. For whom? Niraharasya dehinaha. So he is a dehi, which means he is still living in the body. So this word dehinaha is able to make us understand that this is the state of Jivanmukti. Niraharasya, the one who does not accept, for him what happens? Those vishayas go back, they are retracted. Rasavarjam rasopyasya, and for him even the mental hankering is also not there. Of course, there is no external movement to grab the vishayas. Okay? There may be some people who externally may not be seen to chase the vishayas, but internally there may be a slight hankering. Oh, thoda sa namak jyada hota to acha hota. That is called, so this is rasa. So rasavarjam, rasaha piyasya, even this mental hankering also goes away. How? Param drashtva. Because now he has that vision, darshana, param, of that supreme nivartate. This rasaha api nivartate. Let us read the commentary. Prarabdham karma sukha dukkha hetun kanshchid vishayan chandrodayandhakaradi rupan swayameva sampadayati. Now, certain bhogas, certain experiences are brought to us by prarabdha. Over there is no effort to be made. No effort is required. They just come. So the prarabdha brings these various experiences of joy and sorrow. It brings. Like what? Like Chandrodaya. Like, the sight of the full moon rising in the sky. It gives ahlada, it delights the heart. And andhakara, the pitch darkness, where you cannot do anything, you don't know whether to move right or left, and you are not even able to see if your own finger is going into your eye or not. So it is such pitch dark. So there are dukkha hetu. Something is sukha hetu, like the Chandrodaya, and dukkha hetu, like this darkness. It comes because of prarabdha. Swayameva sampadayati. Anyanstu. Now the prarabdha will require a medium to bring what it has to bring. Prarabdha. It is the result of prarabdha only. But that prarabdha will require certain medium. And that medium is purusha udyoga, the efforts of a person. Okay? That's why some people keep on doing the efforts and yet they are not able to get what they want. And some people do very little efforts and they are able to achieve. They are able to get, because it is already there in the prarabdha. And so their little effort is also good enough for that prarabdha to bring in all the success, etc. for them. Why? Because the prarabdha already is waiting to give them that result. That little effort is also good enough. So Purusha Udyoga Dvarena Anyanstu, but there are other bhogas, other experiences of sukha and dukkha, which will come through Purusha Udyoga, through the person's actions, like Griha Kshetradin, like making your own house or acquiring a plot of land, etc. Tatra Chandrodayadayaha Purnendriya Indriyadi Samhara Lakshanena Samadhina Eva Nivartante. Now, the experiences which the prarabdha brings, wherein no effort is required, okay? It just comes. That part can be avoided. Those, involvement of sukha and dukkha can be, in sukha and dukkha can be avoided by what? By samadhi, in the state of absorption. Samadhina eva nivartante. Nanyatha, not otherwise. If you are not in samadhi, you are bound to experience the cold, the heat, the summer, the winter. You're bound to experience. Grihadayastu samadhimantarena pi nivartante. But all these different bhogas of acquiring, name, fame, money, properties, etc. For this, samadhi is not required. Something else also is there, through which these experiences also can be avoided. How? Aharanam. Now he explains that how. Aharanam ahara udyogaha. Aharanam, where niraharasya dehinaha. From there he brings this explanation. That ahara generally means consumption. Something that is consumed is called as ahara. To bring. Aharanam means to bring. And that bringing means udyoga, some sort of effort, some form of action, some effort. Udyogaha. Nirudyogasya grihadi vishayaha nivartante. But say, suppose if this person does not put forth efforts for those things, then naturally this griha, etc., kshetra, etc., is not going to is not going to be acquired by him, and therefore when he says niraharasya dehinaha, means nirudyogasya grihadi vishayaha nivartante. The one who is not putting efforts in those directions, obviously, even if the prarabdha has brought those bhogas, if the efforts are not there, if the medium is not there, those things will not reach you. That is there. Those bhogas will not become available. But not having those bhogas, does it mean that he will not have longing inside? And therefore, rasastuna nivartate. Therefore, just because he is nirudyoga does not mean that he does not have the inner hankering. Rasaha tu na nivartate. Then when will this rasa, the inner longing, go away? Rasaha, what is that rasa? What do you mean by rasa? Over here, to understand this word rasa, he says, raso manasi trishna, the mental thirst. So it is not just trishna, it is not the thirst, but what is it? The mental thirst. So when a person is thirsty, how he wants it desperately, how he wants water desperately. Like that, there is this sense of desperateness. Mil jaye to acha hoga, ho ye mil jaye to acha hoga. Raso manasi trishna. So what is rasa? Manasi trishna. It is a mental thirst. Sapi, this mental thirst also, Paramananda Rupasya Parasya Brahmano Darshanena Sati Swalpananda Hetubhyaha Nivartate. And when he has discovered the infinite joy, the fountain of infinite joy, why would he care for small little things where, charane kachana? Nahi. Because he owns the whole factory. He has found that he himself is the source of all joy. Now, would he want to beg from the world, make me happy? Hare nahi bhais. Will sun ever go to moon and other things? Small little bulbs, 60 watts and all at your home. You are asking, please show me some light, give me some light, give me. Will the sun go begging? No. Swalpananda hetubhyaha nivartate. And therefore, he overcomes that. Kim prajaya karishyamaha yesham naha ayam atma ayam lokaha iti shrutehe. Now the shruti is showing what does this Mahatma say? Hey, King Prajaya Karisha, what will I do with, progeny and wealth and, kingdom and all these things? Because we have discovered that the self is the source of happiness. Why will I go begging elsewhere for happiness? This is what I am. My own being is that. Where will I go asking for it? So, Vishayaha vinivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Vishayas go away. There are two types of Vishayas. One brought by prarabdha without any medium in between, and other Vishayas are brought by prarabdha, but because there has to be some purusha udyoga. In the state of samadhi, experiences that are brought by prarabdha or experiences which are generated by the udyoga also are not there. But when he is in the state of transactions, vyuttita sthiti, not in the state of absorption, obviously he will experience that what is brought by prarabdha, as well as that what can be brought by efforts in between. But he is such where the efforts are not there, and therefore those objects may return. Return in the sense they may not come to him. But does that mean he does not have rasam? He says even that rasa, that mental longing, thirst for objects to make you happy also goes away because he has discovered Paramatma. Okay, that's what it is. Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manaha. Now Shri Krishna says, Yatato hyapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha. O son of Kunti, Kaunteya, yatatahapi, even for a person who is honestly striving on the spiritual path. So his spirituality is not so that others may recognize me as spiritual and, may praise me or applaud me. No. He is yatataha. He is honestly striving on the spiritual path. Yatataha yapi kaunteya purushasya vipashchitaha, and he is a vipashchita, means a person of wisdom, knowledge is there. Even for such a person too, these indriyani pramathini, these indriyas are such, they have the quality to create turbulence. Pramathini, these turbulent indriyas, haranti prasabham manaha, they also take away the mind which is full of light. Prasabham manaha, even for, so now this is where Shri Krishna is talking about how vigilant and how aware we have to be. Okay. Tani sarvani sanyamya yukta asita matparaha vashehi yasyendriyani tasya prajna pratisthita. Tani sarvani sanyamya. Now, mastering all these indriyas, yuktaha, the one who is endowed with yoga. Endowed with yoga means not one who knows how to do trikonasana, etc. Yuktaha, yoga, endowed with yoga means the one for whom now samadhi is not a result of, very strenuous efforts. Oh my God, samadhi, we have to practice meditation, Baba re Baba, kaise baithe. Ye nahi. For him, it is as easy. Yukta sita matparaha. And how is he seated? Matparaha. Totally dedicated to Paramatma. Matparaha means dedicated to Paramatma. Vashehi yasyendriyani, and therefore his whose indriyas are mastered know him to be a man of steadfast wisdom. Tasya prajna pratisthita. His wisdom is steady, is steadfast. So finally, how does he say? Whose wisdom is steadfast? The one whose indriyas are under control, are mastered. Such a person is sthita prajna, or he is a Jivanmukta. Udyoga tyaga brahmadarshana prayatnam kurvatopi. Kadachit ka pramada pariharaya samadhi abhyasaha tad etad kimasit iti prashnottaram. That there may be some slip out of inadvertence, pramadavashat, because of some inadvertence, there may be a slip. And in order to even avoid that, pariharaya samadhi abhyasaha. Samadhi abhyasa, the practice of samadhi, even for this yukta person, the one who is already endowed with yoga, for him it is said, keep doing the samadhi abhyasa. And how? Because he's totally dedicated, absolutely dedicated to Paramatma over there. And that's why now his prajna is pratishtita. Okay, further. Asati samadhya abhyase pramad prakara upanyasyataha. Now, this section of Bhagavad Gita in the second chapter is going to tell us that even in case of a person who is wise, there will always remain a chance of his fall, his slip, and therefore the samadhi is required. So in case if the person does not respect the samadhi abhyas, what will happen? Look at that. What will happen? Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamat krodho bhijayate krodhat bhavati sammohaha sammohat smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. Dhyayato vishayan pumsaha. If a person keeps dwelling on the vishayas, what will happen? Sangahateshu pajayate. Attachment towards those vishayas will be born. From this attachment, what comes? Kamaha, desire will also come. Kamat krodhaha bhijayate. And when there is desire, that naturally will lead to anger, frustration, irritation. Okay? Abhijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. This lead from the krodha, from once the anger has overtaken, what happens? Sammohaha, delusion takes place. Okay? The discrimination, the ability to discriminate, to do the Viveka, as if becomes amputated. Okay? So, krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha. And once when there is delusion, it is bound to cause confusion. Okay? So smriti vibhramaha, even this, the knowledge will not become available for in the form of memory. To even you will not remember that. Oh well, the teacher has taught Atma is Brahman. Brahman vagare kuch nahi. Abhi krodh aaya hai. Sammoha smriti vibhramaha smriti bhramshad. And when this knowledge becomes clouded, buddhinashaha, the buddhi is not able to function. No, and therefore buddhinasha pranashyati. Finally, when the buddhinasha takes place, what happens? Pranashyati. The person is now destroyed. Okay, let us see. Asati samadhi abhyase pramad prakaraha upanyastaha. Sangaha. What do you understand by Sangha? Because constantly dwelling on the objects, what happens? Sangha is born. What is this Sangha? Dheya Vishaya Sannidhihi. No. That what you have been dwelling upon, its constant company, Sannidhi, its closeness, proximity to that Vishaya is called as Sangha. Then we have another thing, sammoha to be understood. When is sammoha, which at what stage is sammoha? Constant dwelling leads to sangha. Sangha leads to kama. Kama leads to krodha. Krodha leads to sammoha. Sammoha means even something like hypnotism is also called as sammoha, sammohana. Sammoha viveka parangmukhatvam. The person as if has turned away his face from viveka. That is called as sammoha. Smriti vibhramaha tattva tatvanusandhana bhavaha. Smriti vibhramaha means where the tatvanusandhana is not there. That's why you do the tatvanusandhan morning class. So, tatvanusandhana abhavaha buddhinashaha. What is buddhinasha? After that, smriti vibhrama means buddhinasha takes place viparita bhavanopachaya doshena pratibadhasya jnanasya moksha pradatva samarthya bhavaha. What is buddhinasha? Because that buddhinasha means though you may know the Upanishad, though one will be able to give a nice lecture, yet the knowledge that has taken place remains as if shackled, and this knowledge therefore is not able to go and destroy the avidya. This is called as buddhinasha. And buddhinasha pranashyati means now he no longer will be able to have the purushartha, chaturtha purushartha, and that's why nashaha. This has been told to us. So we understand something about the person of steadfast wisdom who is called as Sthita Prajna. This Sthita Prajna is Jivanmukta, and this Jivanmukta for him, now what is the main sign? That his indriyas remain calm and under control. This is the most important sign. So we will see more about it when we meet next. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate. Om Shanta Shanta Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Bhadarayanam Sutra Bhashyakrito Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Thank you all. Thank you very much.